All right, my friends, we've gotten through quite a good amount of stuff around the kind of internals of Node so far. We're now going to move on and we're going to start looking at some way more practical knowledge. So we're going to start working with a real project and adding in some pretty advanced Node features around it. I hope that you've really enjoyed the kind of performance discussion so far. It definitely was some interesting stuff for me personally to kind of put down in paper. Definitely a good experience. Anyways, let's get to it and talk about exactly what we're going to do for the rest of this course. So here's a plan. This is an advanced course, and if you're here, you probably don't want to put together another Hello World application. And heck, probably even the Express application we already did was kind of boring for you. So I don't want to have to waste any of your time putting together really basic Express applications or doing a bunch of boilerplate setup. So to get through some more advanced features rather quickly in this course, rather than doing a bunch of very boring default boilerplate setup, you and I are going to clone an existing plain Jane Node.js application. This is going to be an existing application that we are going to clone onto our local machine. It has just a little bit of basic routing setup and a little bit of basic authentication. We're then going to take that kind of pre-done package and we're going to add in some pretty advanced features to it. And at the very end, we're going to end up with a pretty cool application. Again, I'm doing this just to make sure we can skip that kind of more boring stuff. If you're kind of disappointed to hear that and you're thinking, man, I would really like to put this application together totally from scratch, I do have another course called Node with React. And the end result of that course is more or less the boilerplate that we're kind of using here. So if you really want to go through all this stuff 100% from scratch, you can go check out my other course, build the application inside there, and come back to this one. And the application that we're going to work with right here is pretty similar to what we end up with in that last course. Okay, so with that in mind, let's continue in the next video. We're going to clone this project and we're going to get a really good idea of all the code that exists inside of it right now, and we'll start adding in some pretty awesome features. So quick break, and I'll see you in just a minute.